This video is sponsored by Fansly. The link's in the link tree below. I'm in salad and I saw Ghostbusters. It is directed by Ivan Reitman and it's starring Bill Murray, Ivan Reitman, Harold Ramis, Sigourney Weaver. She's an alien. She's cool. And also Eddie Murray. Wow, whole cast of characters. There's so many here. This movie was a request by one of my patrons. If you want to request a movie review, go to patreon.com/ASEPresents. This is the original Ghostbusters. This is the one that everyone's like, oh, I love this one so much. And there's a lot of reasons why it's such a good one. And I'm about to get into them. So the movie starts. A couple of scientists, right? You know, they're sciencing about, they have their own independent little thing on the college. They're getting some college funding and they have a breakthrough. Hey, ghosts can be trapped. How crazy is that? We got some, we're trying to do some little bit of science and create some proton stuff. But of course, you got a bunch of haters. All them haters out there not supporting the ghost sciences. Oh, come on, man, that's not good at all. Their funding gets cut because, hey, you're not producing any results of any kind. I'm just giving you money and it seems like you're just not using it for any good at all. There's a lot writing on this. They're really just like, wow, there's so much here. Ghosts are real. Why would anyone believe me? So, they're kicked out. What shall they do? Well, it is now time for them to go to business. They're in the business world now. They're finding a building, which is very run down. I like the building because it's very iconic. It's like, oh, it's a corner building. How beautiful, how beautiful. Perfect place in New York too, wow. So yeah, they got a building they're probably paying a lot for, you know, the ghost busting booming is business. And so I like the busting of the booms, the booming of the busting businesses, the first ever busting of a ghost. And I like it because we get to see just in like them as people, human people. What is up with this ghost? Just the reactions real time, because you got one that's like casual and then they see the ghost, it's like, what? Kind of like whips them up into shape because it's like, oh, the ghosts are real. Wow. Crazy stuff, right? And then another ghost, oh, got the goo scaring the librarian. That's the opening shot. They're leaving goo everywhere. That's very not courteous at all, ghosts. Why you gotta be like that? I just love the ghosts so much. They're just eating, Slimer is here. They're just eating yum yum in my tum tum. They're going to a specific building and when they start getting more famous and more popular, because ghosts are real? Yes, they are. And you got people who are busting them. Yeah, look, they're here. Look at what they're doing. They're saving you from a world of trouble and pain. You better really like it. And it ain't really about busting ghosts. I mean, they're really good at it, but it's really just about them opening a business. I like seeing the Bill Murray character. Seems a little bit very attracted to females just because they're female. It's whatever, but I definitely do see, I like the interactions between him and females, because it's like, oh, guy, if only you knew. But like his persistence is well deserved though. He does eventually get the girl, but it takes a lot of things to get the girl. Like for example, successful business is getting more popular and more people are requesting ghosts to be busted. And there's a whole lot of controversy about the ghost busting because, wow, hey, environment, what is this actually made out of? There's a bunch of chemicals. These chemicals are not good for people to be around. You can't just endanger people. I mean, some environmental guy coming in He's just trying to ruin the whole operation. The business is booming. He's just like, I'm not gonna have any of it. I'm gonna make you shut this down. You first are going to be like, hey, I'm gonna shut this down and you're going to comply, but you don't. So I have to get myself a warrant. Why did you make me do this? Why did you make me do this? I don't like it. Business is booming. They hire new employees. You got the desk clerk who's a really good reader and she likes to play paddleball, which is pretty rad. I mean, or racquetball rather, which is pretty rad. I'd love to play with her. I also like the new guy perspective on the Ghostbusters. It's like, well, it's a guy who's just here, and now a guy who's here who also sees a bunch of ghosts and believes in ghosts. Crazy stuff, right? Wow, I haven't been here for a while, but I'm here to convince everybody that what is that thing up in the sky? There's a thing up in the sky. And it's crazy because it's, the thing up in the sky is because gargoyles. There's some gargoyles who are busting out. Busting makes them feel good. And they bust out of their stone shackles, containments. I'm guessing that's what it's called. And they're just about to be free. The lady friend that Bill Murray was hitting on, one of the Bill Murray guys, was hitting on her and he was like, hey, we're gonna go on a date, and she was successfully wooed. Seems like she was a little bit excited for the date. Good on you, Bill Murray character. But she's possessed. Uh-oh. By who? By the gatekeeper. And there's another annoying guy that she does not really like that much because he's very, oh my goodness, I really want to be your friend. Oh my goodness, please. Oh my goodness. Are you gonna come here? I'm gonna tell everybody you're gonna be coming, and then it's gonna be awesome. It's like, don't put her in that position, guy. But anyway, he's the keymaster and the gatekeeper, and together the two make 3. 1 + 1 = 3. That's the joke. So they come together to form a big old portal on a very tall building that they climb up all the way up. It's a big old leg day workout. That's a lot of cardio. They're like, oh, how are we going to deal with this demon guy? There's a bunch of gargoyles here. They're turning into dogs. Dogs are rampaging everywhere. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. Stuff like that. There's so many quotables in this movie. It's just awesome. But also, you gotta cross the streams. They don't cross the streams at first. You destroy this creature. The creature does a backflip. It is Gozer, I'm assuming, or Zool. Zool? Oh no, it is Zool. Okay, Zool. Zool's like, hey, I'm in this really, really hot costume. I look like an icicle, but I assure you, I'm very warm. And she summons a lady friend. A big old lady friend. Who is this special little friend that Zool summons? It takes the form of your worst nightmare. Hey, I'm gonna go into your brains and summon some very evil imagery, and you're going to like it. If you're choosing, so you really gotta especially like it because it's your fault. And guess what happens? It's a big Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And I'm like, that has to be sticky. That has to be real sticky. I mean, marshmallows are not really sticky just in general, but any like heat from anything, like a car or like fire. Fire is the obvious one. That thing is just gonna put its foot down and it's gonna leave a residue mess and it's gonna be very destructive. This thing is already very destructive. They're having some issue trying to contain this thing. They gotta cross the streams, cross them all. Ooh, I love crossing them. But they set the Marshmallow Man on fire. Then the building goes kablow, kabam. Big explosion. It's like a Michael Bay movie, but before. So you know it's real good. I like it. They're covered in marshmallow fluff, and honestly, I wish I was covered in marshmallow fluff. I love the sugar. The sugar would be great. The sugar high would be kind of insane. But you know what? I love it. This movie ends very sweetly. The Eddie Murray character and the female who was possessed. Oh, they're cute. They're so cute. I want to cheer on for them because it seems like they're a good couple. I mean, they did survive some traumatic experiences, like being possessed by a demon and having to capture a ghost. But anyway, I digress. Then we get to see all their big brains, big old timers in the press right now. They're being police escorted. It took a little bit of convincing for them to be on the good side of the police, but you know, they did it eventually. So that's good. I'm glad they did it. And that's how the movie ends. I like it. It's a classic. I really like the quotables. I see why a lot of people like it. Quotables, good storytelling, because I like just seeing the characters as characters. Just seems like it's a few guys, just a weird, eccentric guys in their own little ways, just starting a business, and they having to deal with the fame of that. And it's like, I like this. It seems very human to me. And I like the human aspect of Ghostbusters, not to mention the, whoa, nice graphics. I like that. It was great. I liked it a lot. I definitely would. This is definitely 80s. The gargoyle dogs were cool. They were good. I liked them. And it wasn't like a ton of them either. So, you know, it wasn't super noticeable how dated the CGI was, but it was good. This movie really does hold up still. 40 years, I guess we're running up on, from 1984 to 2022. Yeah, that's about 38 years. Wow, that's a lot of years. Anyway, I gotta give this movie a solid 8.5 out of 10. If you like that content, I have more content on patreon.com/ASEpresents for $3 a month. You get some daily vlogs plus some extended mint salad saws. Also, $20 a month, you get to request a movie review. So 1 month equals 1 request. So go check out patreon.com/ASEpresents. And also, if you want to see me pose in this or not in this, go check out my Fansly. Fansly.com/itsmintsalad. The link's in the link tree below. Until next time, I'm in Salad Saw. I'll see you later, my salad croutons and bacon bits.